a child in here that we heard crying
Do
before?
that was like a whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ghost dimension.
Well, I hope you all are doing wonderful. And it's another Tuesday. And I want to first thank you, Lee Craven, from last week. And I've kind of got the same thing going on today. I'm not really sure. It's kind of like a foggy day in my head, which, okay, some of you might say, hey, the bear is old. So, I can be foggy, right? So that's my story today. So I'm going to be kind of slow, but I'll get things done. And for all of you that are watching that I wound up, and I've still got another wave of emails to be sending out to some of you, please make sure that you get those emails back to me at some point this week. And then Sean and Bex, I'll talk to you about it in the morning. So yeah, we're here. It's Tuesday. It's actually a beautiful fall day here for a change in Michigan. Not really liking the time change at all, but I'm back to normal with everybody. So the UK is 5 hours difference from me instead of 4. And I lit the candles. So the candles all lit, the tobacco candles lit. Mango and Pip are not out because they were out earlier today and they had all their fun. So we're gonna get going here. I got the cards. I smudged before I came in. I suppose I should probably look at the list to see what's going on. I did put the link in if anybody wants to come on. Love to have you. Now I'm gonna put my eyes on here. Hi Bex. Hi Sean. I love you guys. Hi Demon, how are you? Mel is here. I haven't really seen you a while, but I love you and I'm glad you're here and I hope Dad's doing well. Hi Dan, how are you? And hi Crazy Wee Thing. That cracks me up. That just totally cracks me up. So hi Kay, how are you? Oh yeah, the energy today, and I know you've got things going on, but the energy today is, I don't know, it's kind of edgy. I can't really put my finger on it. It's not bad, but it's kind of somewhere in the middle. There's been a lot of things going on. I'm gonna talk to you guys about that in a few minutes here. I am well. Crazy Wee Thing. I'll just keep calling you that. That's so cute. Okay, and let's see who else. There's a lot of people. You guys were talking to each other, saying hello to the family. And there's my link that I put you in. Hi Yoda, how are you? I've actually got an email going out to you too. Hi Mel, I see you on the bottom. I'll grab you in a second. Yeah, Kay, I will give you a card. But I'm gonna bring Mel in. Or maybe it's not Mel. It's like this blonde chick. She kind of looks like Marilyn Monroe. I don't know. I don't know who she is. There she is. How's my girl today?
I'm good.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm just kind of quiet today, actually. It's been kind of an off day for me, and I don't really know why. And actually, the computer's going a little crazy today, too. Things that are supposed to be shut off, like you'll hear the radio in the background. I already shut it off. There's nowhere else to shut it off. Finally shut down. Okay, so I've been trying to do that for 5 minutes. I had some crazy things happen in the house. What's today? Tuesday? Monday? I had some crazy things go on. I was in the living room and my 19-year-old cat was sitting on my lap and I was just chilling because he's old and I have to take time for him in and out of the day when he wants to. And a picture flew off my fireplace mantle, like halfway across the room. And I'm like, okay, then. And it was secure. It's been up there for a long time. And it actually went up and over some stuff. So, yeah, I wish I would have had a camera on that. That was kind of wild. So what's going on with you while I'm shuffling?
Nothing much. I've been sitting at home most of the week and nothing much.
How's Dad doing? Better?
He's doing good. He's
Good.
Yeah, the infection's all right, but it's still a bit definitely left there, so he didn't really heal, bless him, but he's getting there.
Good. And I gotta tell you though, I really like the blonde. I kind of like blonde. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it.
But I'm staying this colour bear now. I'm not going to dye my hair purple no more. I'm going to keep it blonde.
I think it's really nice. Now, mine's tied back. Yay. Because
now.
I was like Sean, see, and I was losing all my hair because of medication that I used to be on, but it's not growing back yet. I hope it goes back. But I've never dyed my hair, ever. And my kid is a cosmetologist. I mean, she does hair. She's got a license for it. And she's like, Mom, why don't we get all the gray out? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I earned those grays, right?
Even my mum, Peggy Sue, keeps saying to me, well, can you dye my hair, please, Missy? I said, well, really don't mind have grey hair, but something brown at the bottom.
Hey, I don't mind gray hair. See, I've got it like on the sides of my head a lot, and then it's streaky through, but it's silver. Silver is cool. Not just because I have it, but silver is cool. All right, so let's see what's going on with Mel today. I'm sorry, you guys. I just like having a conversation here. I'm not forgetting everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I just haven't really had a chance to yak with you, so that's okay. All right, so your card today, and I think you've gotten this in the past. So this is kind of it's the beaver. Okay, so the beaver, if you recall what I had told you before, the beaver's all about family and taking care of home and kind of settling things in, preparing. And this one actually is coming through, and it's like, we're preparing for the cold months. We're preparing for the winter. So what I'm seeing is they're actually preparing, telling you to be prepared as winter starts to step in, because there's going to be some things that you're going to be able to do and have more attention on them right now because of the cold weather that's coming in, and you won't have like a lot of outside obligations. I got to get tea, hang on. And it's like they did this on purpose, so maybe there's some things that you just didn't quite Mango, be quiet. You didn't understand that, why certain things weren't coming or showing up, or you weren't finding the stuff that you wanted to find or do or whatever. It's all coming in, and this is going to be a very creative time for you right now, because that's what they're really showing me is like the building. I had a pair of beavers out front here on the lake one season, and it was really amazing to watch them build their dam. We didn't understand, and neither the Department of Natural Resources couldn't understand why they were building it on my wall, because it isn't a river, it's a lake, so they should have been technically in the river, but they were a young pair. And what they did, and what people don't realize they do, is they came onto land and they were taking down the dead trees. So they weren't touching the trees that still had a lot of life in them. They were literally going through it. I watched them, and they would be out there all night, all day, taking down these trees. So this is about decluttering. Right now, you need to declutter, kind of set your focus and your plans for the winter, because that's what they're doing. They're preparing, okay? But they're preparing so they can be comfortable to do what you need to do when it gets here, okay? So I also feel like it's going to be at least 2 of the winter months, you're kind of going to be kind of closed in. So you're not going to be able to get out. And I don't know why that is. Or it's more like you're not going to be able to get out, but you're also not going to want to get out. So you need to like put these things in order so that you'll have these things to look at, read, learn, whether it's classes online, but it's really about progressing yourself to a point where you're kind of elevating, you're continuing this journey, right? So it's very important. But like I said, they're saying like 2 months, and I'm seeing it like sort of beginning in December, but it's kind of like because the holidays are all bustled in there, so that kind of stuff. But you're still going to have to take time to prepare, and then like all the way until almost like the 3rd week in February, this is when you're going to be able to lock down stuff and study stuff and read stuff and figure out. And I'm also seeing like cards, like if you're working the cards, the cards get to know you and you get to know the cards. Cards are interesting because I tell people I created this deck through spirit and it works for me, and other people that have gotten it have enjoyed it the same way. But the cards need to get to know you, and I'm being told very loudly, they need to get to know you just as you get. There's no one right way to read them. You can have angel cards, you can have tarot cards, you can have like a deck like mine. It doesn't matter. It's what resonates with you. And again, it's all about, and they're also seeing like playing with crystals a little bit. So the crystals and the cards, okay? So it's C and C, okay? They're saying C and C, crystals and cards. So it's going to be teaching yourself, and you're going to be learning, and remember, they're telling you really loud, no wrong way, no right way, okay? It's just got to resonate with you, and you do it for the highest good, okay? I love you, and that's your card, the beaver. Okay, I'll talk to you later, baby girl. Bye. Bye. All right, so now I gotta find Kay again. Oh, here she is. I got her. I got you, Kay. Hang on. Let me give you a card. Okay. Oh, Mango's screaming in my ear over here. He like knows what I'm doing and he wants to get out, but I'm not letting him out today. He was out all morning. He was out all morning. Yeah, you were. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Kay, before I even, I'll show you this card in a second here, but before I even got that, I'm literally seeing 2 witches or Wiccan women that just step forward, and it's kind of almost like you're the third because they're putting you in the middle. So this is like ancestors coming up around you, and they're telling me to tell you that they've got you and they're watching over you. And this is kind of going back to ancestral roots, tying in old ways with your ways, okay? And again, just like I said to Mel, the thing, and they're showing me the same thing, is there's no right way or no wrong way. It's the best way that you do, okay, what you do with your gifts or how you balance your gifts. But I'm being told, and these women are very strong women, but they're from a time way back. So they're Wiccan or witches or however. I don't like labels, and I don't like when people say, oh, the witches, right? Witches aren't really bad. I know people that do Wiccan spells, but it's all positive stuff, and this is what's around you right now, and it's kind of pushing you, kind of trying to get you out of the shell of that so that you feel more comfortable in your own skin. So your card today that I got for you is the coho salmon. And actually, this is the season for the coho salmon. So that's really a good thing too, because they're all running the rivers right now, running upstream to continue that cycle, to put those eggs there so that the cycle continues and continues. And this is what they're showing me. It's like these generations that are coming up of the ancestors around you. So that lineage, that line, that gift continues, and telling you that each person within that ancestral line had similar gifts, but different ways of working them. And you just need to really trust yourself. And once you learn to trust yourself, and that, things always don't happen perfectly. I was talking with somebody this morning and I said, sometimes messages are kind of blunt. They're not negative, but they're the information that you need to have to be able to move forward. And again, these 2 women are really tight around you. And salmon is also about life, and the survival of it, and the ancestry of it. And they're saying like life, you know, the salmon is showing you there's a life. So this is all coming forward for you. And the life part of it is like, don't hide in the shadows with yourself. Really, truly work your gifts. Even if it's working them with just one person till you feel comfortable with something. But again, a lot of you that are here with the GD family and the Wolf and the Bear Network, the gifts that you're having are elevating. Okay, Bex and Sean, you know, the mediumship, it's elevating because people are beginning to be comfortable with it. So that's your card. But again, and like if you need to reach out to somebody, you can always leave me a message. I might not get back to you right away, but you can always leave me a message, and I'm happy to come and work with you and set time aside for you. Julie Gibbard, you know, she's taken some classes with me and some other people, and it's about being comfortable in our own skin. So this is what it is, and this is the life cycle. So that's your card, is the Coho salmon. Great card. I love watching the salmon run. It's pretty amazing to watch them. Sure. Hi, Tina. How are you? I see you too. And Crazy Wee Thing, I see you too. Let me give you a card, Pixie. All right. Let me give you. Well, you know, I'll tell. This is what I used to tell people, and I'm not being mean. I'm just being funny. People used to say, "Hey, can you tell me where I can find a job?" I'm like, "Well, are you looking, or are you just sitting waiting for it to happen?" That was always my favorite line. Or when people would say, "Am I going to meet Mr. Right?" I don't know. Are you leaving your house and socializing? Maybe you will, you know. So yeah, and I'm just teasing with you. All right, so let's see what we've got in the cards today. I can't tell you with what if you're going to get a job, but I can tell you what they're telling me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. Okay. So your card is the elephant, and this is an amazing creature. I love them. They are so super intelligent, and interesting enough, the female. No surprise there. Most of the groups, it's the same way, except humans. The elephant is in charge. The female elephant, the matriarch of the herd, is in charge. So this is what they're showing me. You're like the matriarch, and I see like moving patterns. So like cycles keep changing on you, and they're showing me like, okay, here's the herd. Oh, no, we got to go over here. Nope, nope, we got to go back to here. And it's kind of like a little chaotic. Okay, hang on, I got to get a drink of tea. Okay, so it's a little chaotic, what's going on with you. And it's almost like you almost get to that point of what you want. And then it like, I feel like, and they actually said, it's like the magic carpet, right? Out of land, and then they pull the rug out from under you, and it's like you feel like almost you got to start over again. And they're not saying that you have to start over again, but they're saying set a goal and then talk to your spirit family and ask them to assist you. But you need to be consistent in what you're asking for. And I can tell you, I'm going through something right now, and I have been very consistent this year about asking it. And some of the stuff, I can't even tell you how it occurred, but everything rolled the way I needed it to roll. And that's because I asked my spirit family to step in. And this is what I'm being shown with this. Like the matriarch is here on Earth, so that's what's kind of representative of you. But it's showing me like, again, the ancestors coming around this group and protecting this group and assisting this group. So it's like you need to put out there in a serious way, this is what I want. This is what I deserve. And this is what I need to happen. Okay. So But you also have to remember with doing that, it's like, I feel like a lot of responsibility is on your shoulders right now. And this, again, they're showing that the matriarch, you know, taking the herd forward and making sure the little ones are safe and making sure everybody's on watch. And this is what's going on. Okay, and I'm going to tell you too, and this isn't just for you, but this is a really chaotic time. Not even just because of the pandemic, but it's almost like what they've shown me is like the pandemic basically lit a blowtorch under everything and burned out all the stuff that we were shoving under the rug. The covers got ripped off, right? So you've got all these energies out and they're right in our face. So they can be good people, they can be bad people, they can be lovers, haters, you know, different religions, different faiths, different sexes, different everything. But it's like all up in our face right now. And this is the chaotic time that we're in. So when we're trying to find our place or where we'll fit or work or just a place to be, it's kind of hard because we've got all this chatter and white noise out in the universe around us. It's even harder to sit and meditate if you meditate because of all this stuff. And what I'm being shown also for you is like pull the plug. You need to kind of disengage from social media, from the news, from television, from like all the chaos of the real world that we live in, like in cities. And you need to get a quiet place, even if it's within your own home, to set aside maybe an hour each day to really actively put out what it is that you're looking for to happen. And then you keep that thought going and you keep that thought going and stuff will begin to happen and open. But we have to distance ourselves, and this is for everybody, we have to distance ourselves from all the chaos. And again, the ancestors have your back with this. They just need to know what direction that you want it to go in, not just, I want a job, I want a car, I want, you know, it's got to be more specific than that, okay? And then you need to be realistic about it because you need to do your work on this side where we're here on the earth, okay? So that's your card today, Miss Pixie, and that's the elephant. Okay, so let me put my glasses down. I'm sorry, I'll be here for a while, so don't panic, everybody. I'll be around. Okay, Cheryl, yeah. Tina, you're hearing Pip and Mango today. Pip was really funny today. She really came out and barged over here and was trying to get in Mango's cage today and was just kind of a little diva today, actually. And he was not happy. And I said, now you know what it feels, Mango. So, yeah, they're fun. Drive me crazy, but they are fun. They amuse me. Okay, so let's see, Miss Cheryl. What kind of card will I have for you today? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, man, I just shuffled this like crazy. I cannot, hey, whatever. This is your card today, is the elephant. And you saw me shuffle that and cut that deck. So that's your card today, too. Okay, so let me get a drink of tea. And I have to laugh because when you live by yourself, you don't do a lot of talking. So that's why I got to have a lot of water or hot tea with me because my throat is dry. The only ones I touch are my little boogers in the cages. Okay, so the elephant for you today. Okay, so for whatever reason, they're showing me, okay, this is like a line of elephants. So whereas it's not the herd, but it's the line where you've got the lead elephant, which is the matriarch, and you've got all these other different ages of elephants behind, and they're literally kind of like if you ever saw Jungle Book, the cartoon from Disney, or you saw Tarzan, oh my goodness gracious, the cartoon movie from Disney, the elephants all held on to nose to trunk, and they followed. And this is what I'm seeing them do to bring this forward for you today. Now, I'm also seeing, because they told me and they had me pick up this point, which is actually an amethyst point. And that usually brings about healing. And that brings about, like if you get headaches or things, this is kind of what you use the amethyst for. And you also use it for better understanding your ability to like sense things. Your third, some people call it the third eye, or gut reaction, whatever. Go with your gut, or if you understand, and sometimes you'll get like the hair will raise on the back of your neck, or you'll get goosebumps when you know something's not really kosher or good. And just as the way things are really good, because you feel very positive about it. So that's what's coming through right now. And these elephants are just like, they're just slowly pacing themselves. And it's almost like camaraderie. And it's like right now, it's kind of a time. And again, they're talking about the seasons, right? So the season that you're coming into, it's going to have a lot of interrelationships, socially, with friends, with family, some things that you haven't been able to do up to now. And then there's going to be some new things that are coming in for that as well. But it's all about the connections you have with the people that are in your life. And it's like they're going to get stronger over the winter months. Once we leave the fall, it's going to be, and I keep getting this, and they keep saying this, and it's about like 2.5 months. We're all going to be, not all, but a lot of us are going to be kind of in a space that we're almost going to have to like use our spirituality to reconnect and ground ourselves. And no matter what your spirituality is, we have to feed that. And this is something they're showing me, and they're literally pulling down, the elephants pulling down leaves and branches and making sure the little ones are eating. So this is about feeding your soul and balancing through that, but know as well that the ancestors are around you, that your community is around you, that the social is around you. I see you, demon. I see you down the bottom. I'll get you in a minute. So that's kind of where we're at with you today. And I actually think that's really awesome, because it's going to bring in a lot of different things for you that you can do with the people that you care the most about. And I'm also seeing that those bonds are going to be strengthening by the end of this year, which is only, a couple months. So that's what I'm getting for you today, Miss Cheryl. There you go. And I hope it resonates for you. Okay, so I'm going to bring Demon on. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Fine, you?
You're looking dapper today.
Still in my work clothes.
Oh, well, you still look dapper. That's okay. All right, let's see what we got for you today. Oh, Mango's excited. All righty. All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I think you've gotten this card before. This is the rabbit. And this is about, okay, basically what they've been showing me the past couple days is like what's coming up, like through fall into winter. Excuse me. And there's a lot of it is due to the fact, like what I just said to the past few people, is we're going to be in a really different time over this winter. I mean, I know we've been experiencing things that have been kind of whack since the end of 2019, but this is going to kind of, they're literally showing me like a sift, like where they put, dirt through and they sift it, or they sift flour. And what it's going to do, it's going to sift all the stuff that we haven't noticed, or we haven't paid attention to, or taken the time to kind of get rid of and put to the side. So it's going to be all good coming through as they sift it. Now with the rabbit, okay, you know, everybody associates the rabbit with fear. Because literally if you scare them enough, they can pass right in front of you. They get so their hearts just go really crazy. But this isn't what this is about. This is about the rabbit preparing, okay, for, they don't totally hibernate, but they are like to be underground and have a space, right, for themselves for the winter coming. And this is what I'm seeing for you is, as well as it's almost like you're preparing for the next couple months that are coming through. And it's like, it's going to be pretty much the same pattern that you've been in for a few weeks, nothing drastic to change, but it's going to give you the opportunity to kind of like test the waters. So if there's things that you want to look into or things that weren't clear, or maybe you wondered what they meant, or things that are happening, this is going to be the time for you to look into that. But I'm only showing that until like the second week in December, and then like it flips. So, and when it flips, it's like push, like just like a big gush of wind comes in, is the best way to describe it. And you're like pushed forward and you're like reaching back. So over the next few weeks, you're going to want to make sure that you've got your house, so-called house, in order. It means, you know, things that you might not think about, but you need to, and have that all taken care of and laid out so that when this big push comes through in December, you'll be stable and level, and it won't be like, oh my God, like a rabbit running down the hole. And it's just kind of everyday things. It's like, yeah, everyday things, you know, it's like making sure the house is in order, making sure your bills are paid, making sure you have enough food in the home, making sure, you know, everything is kind of ready for whatever this push is coming. And I can't really tell you what the push is going to be because I'm seeing it with a lot of people right now. I don't know that it's negative, but I think that most of us, especially here with the people that come here and the people that I talk with, are going to be fine. But a lot of people are going to find that mid-January forward through the rest of the winter is going to be very difficult. But you just have to make sure your P's and Q's are in order. And yeah, you've got to just make sure you remember, no, don't panic. Just make sure your house is in order so that everything's level and you feel grounded about it and you're okay with it. And you'll be fine. But it's a big important time up until like the second week of December. Okay?
Okay.
All
Yes,
right. I love
okay.
you. You take care.
Wonderful. Bye.
All right. Yeah. You know, I'm going to tell everybody right now, as I've been saying, I really don't know what it is that's coming. I was talking to a couple of my friends yesterday, and we were kind of debating. One was from Canada, one was from the UK, and one was from here in the States, and everybody's feeling the same thing. So I know also that a lot of people are feeling kind of off, feeling a little tired maybe, or distracted, or you really can't put your finger on it. Just know you're not the only one. That's just the energy that we have. And I know that All Hallows Eve was very, very strong. And I almost get the sense of, and I wanted to talk this with Bex, and I spaced it, but it's almost like we're in parallel worlds. Like we're almost seeing things around us more than deja vu, but it's like another dimension, and they're kind of like crossing over at points. And I think that's got everybody kind of like, what's going on, you know, kind of like when I had the picture fly off the fireplace last night. It's just, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's kind of telling us to take our time, you know, to re-energize ourselves, make sure things are in order, and just breathe and just be, because we can't change whatever it is that's coming. We can just be prepared. So, okay. And it's nothing scary. That's not what I'm saying, but yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go down the line here. I'm way behind here because I've been talking. Cheryl, Pamela. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sorry you can't be here longer, but thank you for stopping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. Okay, Debbie. Yeah, and Jennifer, I see you. I'll pull you a card too. Deb, I will pull you a card today, but you know what I wrote to you the other day when I saw what I saw on something on the feed. Make sure you do that and get in touch with me. I won't be available till next week, but please do and inbox me. Don't just think I'm going to get a hold of you, because my brain is like a waffle ball, like a wiffle ball. Waffle, wiffle, whatever. Okay, so we got card 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you know what else too? Thank you. And thank you, sister, for celebrating with me Native American Heritage Month, which, for us, it's every day, not just a month. So, okay, so your card today is the honeybee. Okay. Love the bees, right? Everybody should love the bees and take care of the bees. Okay, so this is about gathering, right? Okay, so the bees are showing me, or spirit's showing me how the bees are working. It's like you need to gather and store. They're saying gather and store, gather and store, gather and store, but it's like energy, okay? So they want you to be open to gathering and storing, okay? And this isn't about pushing it out to other people. So it's not about what you get, about sharing with other people. This is solely meant to make you focus on yourself, okay? Self-healing, feeding your soul, feeding your spiritual side of things, your physical, your emotional. And it's like, I feel very tired, okay? So this is what they're saying you need to work on, to gather that, whatever it is that you need to, it's almost like to continue a healing phase for you. Because I keep feeling like you start to heal, then you stop. Then you start to work on the healing and you stop. And it's because you're distracted from all this stuff that's going on around you. And they're saying, please, just over the next few weeks, you need to focus on you. Okay. Everybody else will, what's the word? It's almost like they're used to coming to you to fix things, like you're the fixer. So they'll figure it out, or they'll have to wait till you're ready, but you need to take care of you. And that's what it is. Gathering energy with the honeybee today. Okay. All right. So let me go down a little bit here. Jennifer, hi, how are you? Welcome. And thank you for being part of this today. Let's see if I see anybody else here while I'm looking down here. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you. Hi, Mary Jo. Okay, and everybody else, if I haven't gotten down that list yet, we'll get there. We'll get there. So I have some questions for some people. I don't know if they're going to be on here tonight or not. We'll see. All righty. So, Jen, if I can call you that, thank you for being here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I haven't seen this card in a bit. Okay, so your card today is the scarab. Okay, these are interesting creatures. They were kind of revered back in Egyptian times, and actually they made jewelry, and that's what they call, like, they're actually pretty big and they're shaped like the scarab, and that's what they call them, scarabs. And it's a piece of jewelry that they set the stones in. The Aztecs, the Incas, the Egyptians all did this. And they're also okay. So what they're known for, a scarab cleans stuff out. So in the animal kingdom or the nature kingdom, I'll put it, they clean flesh off of bone. Okay. But what it winds up being is when you find it and it's in kind of showing up to guide you or give you a lesson, it's about cleaning. Okay, what they're telling me is you need to clean up your own mess. Okay. Remember, I'm the messenger. This is about cleaning up your own mess. And it's actually more about stuff that you've been carrying and holding on to, whether it's anger, bitterness, stuff that can't be changed, life lessons that happened a long time ago, people that, you know, did something really mean or not nice to you, and you kind of carry that forward like almost like a grudge. What they're saying is clean all that out. It's time to get rid of all that you're harboring. They're actually saying harboring in your soul. It's a lesson that's not an easy lesson to learn. I'd be the first one to say that. And sometimes we do what I do is I put it away in my proverbial closet because I don't want to deal with it at that day. Okay. Well, what happens is you go on the next day and well, I ain't going to deal with it today. And then after a time, you kind of forget about it, but it's still stored in our proverbial closets, right? So it's time to clean that out. Okay. You need to get in and clean it all out so that you make room for new things coming in, for better things coming in, for more opportunities, nicer people, whatever it is. But you really need to go in and do a hard cleaning of that sacred space or that proverbial closet and get rid of things that no longer resonate, things that you can no longer change. And it's like, after a while, when we carry this stuff all forward, it kind of builds up inside of us. It can affect our health. It can affect our attitude. It can affect how we see things, how we reflect things to others. And you really need to take care of it. One of the things that I was talking about yesterday was I was watching a TV program, and all of a sudden what was kind of going on in the show did a trigger for me, and it was stuff that I had piled in my proverbial closet, which was grief and dealing with grief. And I have had all my life where I have to be strong for everybody else. So I tend to put everything in the closet, and I only let a little bit of it out at a time, just a little bit. And when it comes out, I deal with it. Well, I dealt with it yesterday for an hour long of crying, which it felt good. It rejuvenated me. It got rid of some of that stuff that I was hanging on to. So this is what they're talking about with you, Jen. You just kind of need to go in and release the stuff that no longer resonates, no longer serves, or things that you just didn't want to really deal with or think about at the time. Okay. So once you clean that out, you're going to feel like a weight lifted off of you. Okay. Even if you do it in small increments, it's still going to relieve some of the stuff. You won't even realize some of the stuff that you were carrying until you let it go. Okay. So that is your card today, and it is a scarab, and I hope it resonates with you. And it's nothing bad. It's just a way to have us move forward in our lives in a healthy manner. Okay. So that is your card today. Okay. So I'm going to put my glasses, I got them on, and I'm going to go down a little bit more. Yeah. Hi, Yoda. Yoda, I need to have you send me your email. I couldn't find it. Send me your email later on after the show, because I've got something I want you to participate with too. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go. And you know what? I like your face better than that face. But anyway, okay, here we go for you. All right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, all right. So this is your card. And it's the tiger. I love tigers. They're amazing. I love the big cats. Little cats are okay, but I like the big cats. And the tiger is, okay, so what they're showing me is a female tiger, not the male tiger. So, okay, so what I'm being given for you is whatever you're like beginning or kind of sort of started a project or something that you're thinking of doing. It's kind of getting off, like you're just in the beginning phase of whatever this is, whether it's a trip, whether it's a social thing, I don't know, but it's something that you're just starting to work out how you're going to move through it. And this is showing me careful examination of the situation. So the tiger is actually walking around very cautiously, very slowly, and it's just looking at everything to make sure everything is in place the way it needs to be so that you will have success with whatever this is that's going on. But she's like walking very methodically. So she's like setting it down. She looks, and then she puts her other paw down and she looks. And I'm also seeing, this is kind of wild. I just had a man step forward, and he's actually in, it looks almost like a jean shirt or a denim shirt, or it's blue, and he's kind of got it rolled up at the sleeves and kind of looks like a farmer, kind of, sort of. And he's standing there and he's just kind of looking, and he's just kind of watching. He's an older man, and he's got older man's comb over, you know, on the top when they have a little bit of hair, they comb it over, and it's long, but it's like snow white. And he's just there. It's almost like he's watching over you. He's not negative, but it's like he's trying to connect with you, or perhaps you've been hearing some things. He's definitely an older gentleman. I want to say mid-70s. And he's watching the tiger go around, and he's like, yeah, absolutely right. He's shaking his head. Yep, this is how, whatever this is, you have to kind of make sure you put in your paces and get things so that your ducks are all in a row. And then once you do that, it'll all be fine, and you'll be like, wow, that really helped. So it's kind of like you don't have to go backwards to fix things that you missed. But he's still standing here watching you. And again, not in a creepy way, not in a bad way. But he's like he's got your back. It's like he's watching over you, but he's very quiet. He's sort of tall, but again, like I tell everybody, I'm short, so everybody's tall to me that's over 5'4". But he's on, I would say he's on the taller side, like maybe to 6 feet. Definitely looking at his hands, he's a worker. I mean, he works. He's a hard, you know, works labor. He's not an office guy, but he's making sure for me to tell you that he's there with you. So I'll just give you that. And there's your card, the tiger. Just make sure your house is in order, and so that whatever this is, and I feel like it's something you're going to be doing. So make sure that everything is, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, okay? So I hope that resonates with you. I don't know. I never know if it does or not. So let me know. All right. I love you all. So, okay. Let's see who here. Okay. I'm going to go up a little bit. Hi, Pamela. Oh, I thought you weren't going to stay around. But yeah, I'm glad you're still around. I'll give you a card. Hang on. Let's see what I can cross. Bex, I gotta ask you, are you feeling kind of wonky today? That's the word of the day, wonky. Kind of like the energy's a little off today. It's not, it's kind of like muddied a little bit, it feels like. It's kind of a little bit like Lee Craven was saying last week, a little bit of brain fog going on. It's like we can connect, I can connect. They're coming through fine, but it's like they're not rushing me today, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And by rushing, I mean like coming at you like really quick and like everybody wants to be heard at once. They're actually listening today. Ghost Dimension mugs, guys. Make sure you check the shop. Okay, so Pamela French, your card today is the Black Swan. Okay, this for you is about confidence today. I love the Black Swan. I've seen them, but only in zoos because they're not seen where I live. We have the white ones, the trumpeter swans that were brought in. We don't have the black ones, but the black ones are absolutely amazing, just like the white ones, but they're just kind of more elegant. Okay, so this is all about confidence for you. And it's like you need to be able to look at the mirror and know you're good. You're good. You've got this, okay? You're a good person. You can handle this. You can deal with whatever this is that's coming at you. And it's almost like they're telling me you like lack confidence with yourself. Like you're timid about joining in, or you're timid about moving forward with whatever this is. And the Black Swan, obviously, because it's like the ugly duckling, you know, when they're born, they're kind of awkward looking. So when they turn out and they're adults, their adulthood, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. Even white swans are gorgeous. But this is also about the shadow self. And it's almost by the shadow self, what they're telling me is like you're timid about some things. You don't have a confidence in yourself about some things, and you're kind of standing back and just kind of letting everybody else kind of walk over your ideas or your thoughts, or you're not making your thoughts clear enough for them to understand. You just have to be confident. You know, not everybody likes what we do individually. You know, I meet people, they may not like me, they may like me. But the thing is, seriously, I am not doing anything mean. I'm not doing anything negative. So if they just don't resonate with me, that's fine. That's their deal, not mine. And that's what I'm being told to tell you. You need to be more confident in yourself moving forward with things. And it's like almost like everything within your life. They said, you can do it. You're very capable. But it's like sometimes you feel like there's stumbling blocks, is what they're telling me. So they're just saying, you know, embrace who you are. You're a beautiful soul. You have amazing energy, and you've got this. You just have to believe in yourself. Okay, so that is your card today. I'm not sure what's going on with you today, but that's what they're giving me. Thank you for staying and hanging here with us. Hi, Stephanie Nabs Merrigan. How are you? Hi, Mary Jo. How are you? Okay, I'm going to go down a little bit. So hang on here, guys. Let's see if it doesn't jump. Okay, sure you can, Tina. I'd love to give you a card. Good, Cheryl. I'm glad you got my email. I wish people would like start doing what I asked them to do. So if you got time, well, you know, Mel jumped on that right away. Her and her mom got it to me right away. And then I even got some people with their little ones. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So, and Bex and Sean, I'll tell you tomorrow when I talk to you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And Tina, I'm like getting all this stuff right now for you. It didn't even need the card. But your card today is the Lion. Okay. And this is about a male energy that's around you. Okay, hang on. I gotta wet my whistle. This is about a male that's around you. And I almost want to say he has a piece of your soul. and you have a piece of his soul. And it's a lot of love coming from this man. He's on the younger side. I don't know how old you are, so he's on the younger side, but he's very connected to you, and he's sending love. He's sending just lots and lots and lots of love. But he's standing with this male lion, and he's proud of who he is, where he's at, and he's proud of you, and he's got his chest pumped up, and he just, so much love is swelled up in him towards you. And this lion is like a protector. So the lion is being shown to me like this person that has a piece of your soul on the spirit family side has got you, watches over you. And I'm also getting the spiritual side. Okay. Growing up Catholic, and I am what I call a recovering Catholic. I knew good people, I knew bad people. I'm just not about organized religion. I'm more spiritual, I guess would be the word. But I do understand like Buddha, and I do understand, you know, the Celt way of things, and I do understand, you know, Wiccan, and I do. So there's no one wrong way. But when I see the lion, it's the lion and the lamb. And this to me is bringing through that Christ energy, or that divine energy. It would be called Christ energy in Catholicism, but this is about divine energy that's coming towards you. And he's saying like, it like broke your heart. It's like a suffering. It's like somebody's got your heart and it's just squeezing it, right? And he's telling me to tell you he's there and he's with you all the time, and that he loves you. And again, he's got this brilliant light and this divine energy that's around him. And I normally don't get these kind of things for this kind of a stream, but this is what's coming through for you. And I hope it resonates. It's being given with a lot of love, a lot of love. All right, so that's your card today. It's the lion. All right, Miss Tina. Gotta put my glasses back on, guys. Hang on. Dan, the man. Let's see. I gave them a card. I gave them a card. I gave them a card. Hang on, guys. I don't want it to go down too fast because then I wind up missing everything. Joanne Garnet, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm going to put this back in the link too in case you guys want to pop on. I'm still making my way down the list. So, hi, Panda, how are you? Oh, no, her hair, Mel's hair looks great. Mine looks like, yeah. I told my daughter I was going to shave it all off if it got any shorter. All right, and she didn't like that idea at all. Yeah, okay. All right, so I think Brenda, sure, you can get a card. Thank you for being on here, Miss Brenda. I hope things are well with you. Let's see what I got for you today. Yeah, you know, our little chat goes, everybody's just talking with everybody. That's what's so cool. I wish I was in a big place outside with a big roaring fire with all of you today. It's a beautiful night for a campfire here. All right, Miss Brenda, we're going to cut these cards too, I'm being told. Okay. All right, you get two because one fell out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, this is interesting. Okay, first of all, the first card that jumped out of the deck while I was shuffling is the polar bear. So that'll be your first card. And then the second card is the gull. Okay, so the first card that fell out, sometimes that happens because they want to be told. And it's really kind of odd too, because I've been actually doing some research on the polar bears. So for that to come up, it's kind of interesting. This is about, for you today with the polar bear, it's about survival. Okay. And I don't mean like survival to be able to, something bad's going to happen. That's not what I'm talking about. Survival about the way you move through your life. This is about things ever changing. So they're showing me like ever changing. Okay. So you have the polar bear, right? And people are understanding right now in the world that we're losing a lot of the ice. Okay. Whether it's climate control, and I'm sure humans aren't helping it, but it's also the cycle of the earth. If you really know what you're looking at, this is what happens. And we're going into a heat period again. So, well, we've been in a heat period. So the snow caps and the ice has all been melting. Okay. So the polar bears, which depend on that ice to get from place to place, okay, have, it's how they survive, right? So they've had to adapt to new changes that are coming to them, okay, for their own survival, for their own way of life. And they've actually been intermingling with grizzly bears, which sounds crazy, but it happened a few years ago, and people started saying, hey, you know, this is really cool. We saw the polar bear and the grizzly, and the cub was partially white and partially like a grizzly. And they're like, oh no, they wouldn't intermingle, they wouldn't. But they did, and they have now proven that they are, because the climate is changing. So their way of surviving is through adapting by change. And this is what I'm being told for you. Things change all the time. We just have to accept it and learn how to work with it, and learn how to make it best fit our needs and resonate truly with us. Okay. Now the Gull, which was the 7th card, comes in, and the Gull is talking about free spirit and being able to roll however you want to roll with stuff, right? And I see you guys on the bottom. I'll get there in a minute. And how you roll with stuff. Okay, so the Gull comes in, and it's like you just have to like catch that upper draft, that upper air draft. Okay, it's all about learning to maneuver through all the obstacles, the wind, the birds fly. They can stay in one place, and I'm sure you've all seen it. It's kind of amazing, actually. I know a lot of people aren't fans of gulls, but they're pretty cool because they can stand with their wings out, and all they do is go up and down, but they're still in the air without moving their wings, right? Crazy. And this is what I'm being told to share with you. You need to adapt to it and just enjoy enjoy the riffs, you know, enjoy what's coming to you. Don't sweat the small stuff, because really all it does is kind of tighten you up and keep you in place. Okay, so you have to adapt to that change. And by adapting to it, you'll make it the best way it'll work for you and how you need to roll. Okay, so that is your double card today. And that is the Gull and the polar bear. Okay, I hope it resonates with you, Miss Brenda. I hope you are well. Okay, so Vic is here with me, and then I see Mary and Joe too. Hi, Miss Vic. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
What's for dinner? I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten yet. What's for dinner?
I haven't eaten yet either, so I don't even know what to eat myself.
Come on! I thought you told me you were going to fix dinner. What the heck? That's not nice.
No,
I want dinner. I want a good dinner tonight.
Kids have been fed. It's just me that haven't.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Let me shuffle them up for you. Woo. Today's been a day. I don't like this daylight savings time crap either. It's dark. I mean, it gets dark. Like yesterday, it was like 5 o'clock, and it was like pitch dark outside. And I'm like, yeah, this doesn't work for me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, they don't want to count. And 7. Well, you got the fun card. You got the Scorpion today. Okay. Scorpions are actually the sign in November, the Scorpion birth sign. I think in the 2nd or 3rd week, or the 17th, right around that. Okay, so the Scorpion energy comes in. And okay, So remember, I'm the messenger. don't hit me. This is both for your fiery side, okay? Because you're like, they're saying she's like a really freaking spitfire. So it's like you get kind of like amped up, okay? And for me, I walk with the grizzly, so it takes a lot for me to get to that boiling point. But once that boiling part comes, I have to blow, right? I have to get up and rear up on my 2 feet, and it's like all attacking grizzly, right? And it's not pretty, but it takes a lot for me to get there, okay? With the scorpion being the little spitfire that you are, you're quicker to reach that point, okay? So what I'm being told to tell you is when you get to that point, do like what I say is the 7 breaths, right?
Yeah.
Kind of bring that energy back down and center it. And then take that anger, pissed off, feel like something wrong's happened. Take whatever that is and mutate it in and recycle it so you're stronger. Okay. It's like when you get snake bit, right? There's snakes, and I'm sure they're over there too, but snakes here in Michigan, we have a Michigan rattler. Okay. And if you get bit, you need to have the venom antidote, right? But the venom antidote is made from venom, okay? So by putting that back in, it recycles and gets yourself balanced again. So this is what they're telling you. You can do this, and it's really all about the balance for you. And I'm seeing, like, especially this month, like, they're giving me the 17th as a date, actually. And it's like, I don't know if something's going to blow your cork that day or something's going to happen around you, not necessarily to you. And what they're saying is just take it in and move along. So they're telling me to tell you not to engage with whatever it is, okay? Because it's not worth the energy to do it. And you need to keep yourself with the positive energy, okay? So by doing that and knowing how to walk with this kind of energy in a balanced way, you'll like be able to deal with more things. You'll be able to see more things, understand more things, and you'll have more clarity. But it's all about taking that sting and mutating it through us in positives. Now, I carry snake medicine, and I know that sounds crazy, but I worked with a medicine person a long time ago, and snake medicine is just as difficult as a scorpion is to learn lessons from. It may take you time, but it will make you stronger for yourself, okay? It'll make you more adaptable to deal with the crap that life throws at us, right? I mean, there's always stuff, especially with kids, right? There's always stuff. So, but it will help you to take it in and then manifest it back outwards in a calmer way that'll also help you balance physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Okay. And it's like not going anywhere. So it's like they're telling me, like, you need to learn how to do this, and we're going to keep there, and if you need anything, like I said to the other people here, just leave me an inbox. I'm not always on, even though it looks like I'm always on, because my phone and tablet are logged into it. I'll get back to you. And if you need help with something, I'll be happy to. But it's all a process, okay? It's all that process. But Scorpion is a very strong medicine. And by medicine, it's like, in my culture, this is what we call it, the traits, learning the traits of the creatures and how we need to react it. So this is on your path right now. So you need to learn about them and how they survive. And not all scorpions are bad. There's a scorpion that's actually about that big. It doesn't do nothing. It's just looks kind of ugly, I mean, because they're not really the prettiest things. But they're bugs, but they're big. Some people even keep them as pets, believe it or not. It's like, I don't want that. That's not warm and fuzzy for me. I don't want a scorpion as a pet. So, but anyway, that's what I got for you today. And I love you very much, and thank you for sharing time, and have
Thank
fun
you.
with this.
Thank you.
Okay. I love it. You know, medicine's when people ask me sometimes, like, what's my totem? Well, I could tell you what it is because I can see and I can sense, but I'm not the one carrying that totem. And people can have more than one guide or totem in their lifetime. They can have multiples. They can have a principle, like I've always been with the bear, with the grizzly bear. But we have other lessons that come through. I've walked with cougar. I've walked with the horses. I've walked with the snakes, the spiders. You know, they've all got lessons to teach us. Sometimes, just like people, they come into our lives and they're there for a brief period, and then once we learn what we need to learn, they move on. Sometimes they're with us our entire life. You know, it just depends. Sometimes they even come back if we need to relearn a lesson again. So that's all about what that is. I see you, Mary Jo. Hang on just a minute. Let me just go down the list a little bit so I can see where I'm at before I lose everybody here. 1 second. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Okay. I just got to see where I am so I don't lose it. Okay. All right. All right, Mary Jo.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. I didn't expect that. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. That was a surprise.
I made barbecue ribs for dinner.
Oh man, I'm on my way. I am on my way. I'll bring the corn on the cob and I'll bring you some Southwestern mash. How about that? Some
You got it.
mashed potatoes. Oh, that sounds good. I was gonna do ribs.
Yes.
I wanted to do ribs the last time my kids were up here, but they had a wedding to go to, so I didn't want to make ribs just for me.
I made them just for me.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, I did.
Them.
I love them.
From my cooking days way back in when, I went down to Memphis with the hotel system that I used to work for, and they had a rib contest going on within the hotel. So I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll cook my ribs and you cook yours. And I won 3rd place. And that was down in Memphis. So I was excited, man. So yeah, I love my ribs. Same thing with like barbecue chicken. Love it. Okay, let's see what we got going for you today. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh. Okay. Today you've got the raccoon.
Oh.
I love raccoons, but they need to stay in the woods. I don't like them when they cause a lot. They're really mischievous.
And they steal cat food.
Oh, yes. Well, so do possums. Possums love cat food too. Yeah. So, okay. So what they're talking about right now is your shadow self. Okay. So, and actually, if you see the raccoon, you know, peeking around the corner, they like to get into mischief, and you know, but they also know when they're in trouble, so they kind of stand back. Okay, so this isn't about you being in trouble, but this is what they're showing me. This is about your shadow self, and your shadow self is the balance, and this is with anybody, not just you. It's the balance between understanding the light and understanding the dark and being able to walk a balanced path between them, right? And people always say, oh, well, you know, we don't want to learn about the shadow. We don't want to learn about the dark. It's really bad. No, it's not that it's bad, but you have to understand it so that if it comes up on our paths, right, we know how to react. And if we only had the light, we wouldn't know anything but the light, and it would kind of be boring. Okay, I mean, I hate to say it, but it would be. And it's the same thing if we just knew dark, we wouldn't know how to balance it out. Okay, and there are good aspects of shadow self, and this is about introspective. This is about looking within. I wish they quit with the words that I can't hear them. Okay, so this is about looking within yourself and just kind of bringing yourself to total balance, okay? Because they're saying, yeah. Okay, so they're saying like, kind of like, they put it this way, and I'm not trying to imply anything because that's not what it means. It's like you're falling off the wagon. Okay. So it's like you're going down or the turnip truck. Okay. So you're going down the road and you bounce out, and it's like, okay. So then you get up and you're kind of walk it. So it's about finding a balance so that you can stay on the turnip truck. Not that you're a turnip, but that's kind of what they're showing. So, we can be in like, I had horses, I raised horses. So when you're riding on them or you're in a buggy where they're pulling, you're kind of going left and right. And you have to find your balance. Same way as on a boat, right? You have to balance when the boat's rocking so that you can stand in your own light, okay? In your own truths, okay? And they're telling me to tell you your own truths are fine. I mean, they're your truths and you need to learn to confidently stand in them. But right now they're like, part of you is pulling back to that shadow self. So you're like, not really, it's like it's almost like you feel like you're testing it, like something new that you're doing. And it's like they're like, just embrace it. Just embrace it. And they're saying, stick your head out. Okay. Don't hide from it. Just embrace it. And it's not like pull the Band-Aid off. Just do it. Just get in the truck, get in the turnip cart and just find your balance. Okay. So right now for you, it's all about balance, but you have to work at it. And it's like each and every one of us, if we think just sitting there during the day, we're just there and we can just not do work. And I'm not saying you're not doing work, but I'm saying a lot of people do think that sometimes. It's like, yeah, a bear just sits there and doesn't do crap all day. No, you can't move. You can't live if you're waiting for everything to come to you. Okay, so there is some work involved, but we have to work at balancing ourselves. We have to strive for that balance all the time. It's not just something that comes naturally. We have to work at it because there's change, right? Everything changes all the time. So what worked for you yesterday might not totally work for us today, right? So that's what yours is about, finding that balance and that kind of way to bring out your own truths, but not lose yourself in like the struggle of staying balanced on a turnip cart.
Thank you, Bear.
And I'm not calling you a turnip, so that's just how they gave me. I'm sorry. Okay, I love you.
No problem.
See
Love you too. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Okay, and I see Teresa's down there, but I don't have a picture. So how am I supposed to see you? You have to allow them to let me see you. They won't get anything from you other than that I can see you. Okay, gonna go down the hole here. Let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at. Stephanie. All right, Stephanie. I'm going to go up the ladder. Marie Taylor, how are you? I will give you a card as well, but Stephanie's going to get one first. All right. Teresa, again, I'm not getting a picture. You have to, like, Sean or Bex or somebody in the group, post, please, how you do that, because you have to let StreamYard access your whatever it is, your computer or phone, whatever you're trying to get in. Okay, here we go. This is for Stephanie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, got a nice card. I love these guys. They've already left here, though. This card is the hummingbird. Okay, so the hummingbird comes in, and okay, so the opposite of what they stand for. Okay, so they like to burn through energy, and they're really fast, and they're really crazy all day, and then at night they slow down. So this is actually the opposite for you. Like there's a span of time, like 2 to 3 weeks, they're saying. By the end of 3 weeks, you should have whatever this is all taken care of and wrapped up. Do not procrastinate about it. Just get it done, okay? And then what will happen is once you get this done, you'll be able to move through the winter months, okay? And things will be balanced for you. But until you do that, things are going to be a little off balance for you. And again, they're given like a time frame of like 2 to 3 weeks. So just kind of work on stuff and pull it together so that you don't have to worry about it next month. You don't have to worry about it next year, which is closer than people think, okay? Because the holidays are right around the corner. So this is a positive thing. And they're saying, we know it's a little bit of work, but just don't put it off. Because if you put it off, then when that 2 to 3 week period goes, you'll actually like be behind what they call like behind the 8 ball. So you won't have that stuff done. So the new stuff that's coming in, you won't be able to deal with. You won't be able to complete as quick as if you could do it now. So this is the time space that's for you for whatever this is right now, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a project or whether it's like something, and I feel like sticky. I feel like they're like going through the flowers, like the nectar of the flower, where it kind of it's a little bit sticky. So you're kind of going through this and you want to get over it. So just do it, but wrap it up the right way, okay? Oh, there's Teresa. How are you, Teresa? I see you're on now. There you go. All right, so that is your card, Miss Steph. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull. Where did she? Oh, is she there? Are you there? Are you there? I'm like, where did she go? I can't see her. How are you doing?
Good.
Where are you at? Are you in Michigan or are you down by Mom?
No, I'm in Michigan. I'm in Croswell.
Yeah, you're where my cousins are. I actually have the Benders. They have one of the biggest dairy farms in Michigan.
I know who Benders are. I know. I grew up with Mickey Bender.
Oh my gosh, that's my cousin's son.
Yep, he actually started his own business here. He's got the CBD botanicals. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I know exactly who they are.
Small world, guys. Hey, how about that? Isn't that a small world? Okay. And just so you know, I haven't talked to her recently. This is the first time I've seen you in a while. So, yeah, I actually went to school with her mom. Ask your mom for me if she thinks I feel really old. Ask your mom and send me a note or tell her to.
No, you guys are young. You guys are young.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Young. Very, very young.
Yeah, all right. I love you too. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's really wild that you went to school with Mikey. All right. Your card today is the lizard. Okay. Now, the lizard is this has kind of been what today's been about too. They're very adaptable. Okay. So when you see pictures of them, the cartoons and the little Geico gecko, they are very quick. Or no, I take that back. They're just giving me the word swift. And they adapt, okay, so that they can be hidden or at times that they want to be seen, they're seen. So this is all about for you. There's something going on. It's been going on for a while and you need to just deal with it, and it needs to be quick. It needs to be swiftly taken care of. And it's almost like they want you to, before you do that, and it's like plan the attack, okay, is what they're saying, like plan the attack, not literally an attack, but it's like plan the attack. So you need to kind of look at the situation, but from all the angles, and it's like they're showing me this gecko going around changing colors, like to each place, so it can see each direction that it's coming from, whatever the situation is, so that you have a better idea of what's going on. And then when you get the whole picture and the answer for you resonates for you from what you've looked at all around it, that's when you do what you need to do and be done with it. And they're also telling me to tell you not to let anybody influence your decision. So whatever it is that you need to decide, okay, well, and they just said, all these people that are involved are, and they kind of used a name or a word, and they're like, everybody is kind of out for their own perspective and really are not looking out for the better good of the situation. So it's like, come with me, do it my way. No, come with me, do it my way. And you're like, it's almost like you want to cover your ears. So what you need to do is look at everything around this situation or this person and get your own take on it, and then do whatever it is that resonates with you, not with anybody else. Not with anybody else. And they keep repeating that, not with anybody else, whatever resonates with you, because that's going to be the right fit for you. That's going to be the right way to deal with it for you. Doesn't matter about them, because you're walking in your own shoes or driving your own car. They're not doing it. Okay. It's what resonates for you. And it's not saying that all around you doesn't have good input, but they don't have, it's almost like you have to take like a little bit from here, a little bit from there. You know what I mean? To get to form your own opinion or your own action. So some of them have some sticking points that may be good, but you have to look at it all and then resolve it yourself. Put it together for yourself so that you can resolve it, and you'll be fine. And you'll be fine with the result. You'll be fine with everything. They may not be happy with it, but they just kind of did this, but with most of the fingers down. So that's what I was just told them. And they said, yeah, she'll know what that means. So just saying, you know, hey, they're up close and personal sometimes, you know, and I'm just the messenger. So, okay. I love you.
Okay.
And I'm glad you were
Thank
able
you.
to come on. That's awesome. Okay. Tell
Yeah,
Mom I
my
said
friend
hi.
helped me. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Holy crow. See, you never know, man. That's awesome. I went to school with her mom down in Detroit, and oh wow, she went to school with my cousin's kid. That is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna give you a card here. Marie Taylor, I'm gonna give you a card. Because you're the one that has my daughter's name backwards. My daughter's name is Taylor Marie. I always remember that when I see you. All right. Let's see what I got here. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nice card. Again, this comes with this time of year with the Scorpion being the horoscope. This is fire. Okay, so this is the elemental of fire. Okay, so there's some things going on for you that they want you to, it's like burning down the house. There was this song back when I was a kid, burning down the house. And no, you're not going to burn the house down. But what they're talking about is you need to, again, take your sacred circle with everything that you hold dear and close to you, or things that you toss in your proverbial closet, right, that you don't want to deal with right now. It's time to clean all this out, deal with it, and get over it, okay? And it's kind of like just go, like you ever see a fire lit and it runs down like a stick of dynamite in a movie, you know, and that fire goes zips down. Well, this is what you need to do, and you need to do it over the next few weeks, because you don't want to carry this energy into next year. You want to be open to the new things and the positive things that are coming in life. And I will tell you and everybody that after the first of the year, there's going to be some things going on that we're going to have to change and adapt to. And we need to be level-headed, level-footed, and we need to get rid of all the trash in our life. And I don't mean people. I mean just stuff that we don't need to carry forward, emotions that we don't need to carry forward from people from a long time ago, or just stuff. Let it go. Get rid of it. We can't change it. It happened a long time ago, or it happened yesterday. You can't change what happens, right? But we can learn from it so that how we react to things in the future, or how we do things in the future, are giving kind of a, what's the word? Kind of putting out a better example for other people. It's time for people to step up and be better humans. So that's what everybody needs to do. We need to get rid of the stuff that we don't need anymore and set the people outside that, you know, aren't resonating with us anymore, don't kick them to the curb and be mean, but send them off with love so that we can move into this new cycle that's coming, especially like winter solstice next month. Okay, you want to be ready for all that good stuff that's coming in. And that's what your card is. Okay, so I hope it resonates with you. And guys, I mean, I've been on here for a while. I didn't realize. I'm really sorry. I didn't know I was on this long, eh? That's okay. I love y'all. And till next time, if I can find whatever it is that I need to find here. Oh, wow. I guess I can put my glasses on, right? Good night, everybody. And I love you tons and tons. And until next Tuesday, it's Bear out. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you for tuning in today, and make sure to share, like, and subscribe to us and become part of the Ghost Dimension family here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. My name is Bear Medicine Walker, and I approve of this message.
Hello and welcome. I'm Bex.
And I'm Sean, and together we are Ghost Dimension, a paranormal investigative show that explores the most haunted locations in the world. You can watch us on
Amazon,
Pluto TV,
also the Roku channel,
or even our own YouTube channel. So please make sure you tune in, check it out, or visit our website at www.ghostdimension.co.uk, and let's see you all very soon.